Here are a few half belts, including this half belt I got on here. I was inspired by the just getting the one there in the middle, the real McCoy. As soon as I got that real McCoy, I felt like I actually probably had one of the real McCoys, and that was actually this one I've got on. This is a rich sheer, heavily lined, sheep lined jacket. It just had the same when I put it on, it had the same feel as far as the hide. And you know, I think it was around the same color, and you know, they're obviously not the same color. So I had to kind of get these out and kind of throw them together. And this one, the Sport Clad, which I hadn't shown yet, I had gotten a couple of weeks before the McCoy, and just beautiful, beautiful horsehide. Excellent condition on the leather. It's got, obviously it's got some finish wear, but the leather is not, the leather is very strong through these areas. In fact, there's a piece in there, and I wonder if someone had that done or if that was factory. I've actually had that done, the jackets in that area right there. So someone may have had that done. I did not, they did not mention that. I didn't know that. I'm glad they did it. This is, wow. And when I get this one on, I'll talk about what a perfect fit I think it is for me, what I like as far as the fit of one of these jackets. This one seems to has it all. Excuse me, have it all. Looks like it's had a probably a label up here for a particular store label. Might need a stitch there, but other than that, this one is really nice. I love it. I love it. The zipper on it is an old Talon bell-shaped zipper, and it's an old one, not one of the. I gotta show this to Dave, with him, and the zipper may have been re-sewn. Yeah, it looks like it has been. Yeah. It's interesting because this slider is certainly old, and the stock is probably newer than the slider. So I'm not sure what's going on, but for anything, it looks more like, with that label, something I call at least more your late 40s label. Because this label, I think, went on into the 50s, but at some point they did change that. They did go from that Sport Clad name. In the 50s, they dropped that name. And they went to, well, I've got some of those jackets that had just got an actual pennies label in them, because the Sport Clad was a J.C. Penney label. I don't know who made this coat, no idea. It's nice. And I just got that, so I certainly wanted to have it out here for this this little showing. And this one I've had, the rich sheer I've had for a while. The Californian I've had also for a while, I guess, which is the, I don't know, it seems to be, to me, it's black, and that was always a strong interest. It's got the Californian label, as you can see down here. They're genuine horsehide, front quarter horsehide. Black has your diamond pull, sleeve adjustments. And I believe Dave felt like this one, with pretty good confidence, was made by Monarch in Milwaukee. Now, this is the first time I've ever had this jacket on any kind of a hanger that didn't have supports in it. And I did that because those supports were showing through, and I wanted to kind of get a cleaner look at this jacket, or all the jackets. So I dropped those, and they'll go immediately go back on. It's got a little fold on the seam. It's got actually has a stitched repair cap there. But I've not seen, I don't know. You don't see them. You don't see them. Well, I suppose I'll try on a couple of them. Maybe that'll be video too. Yeah, we can do it on this one. Okay, here's the rich sheer. Let's focus back a little bit. Here's a rich sheer. I think you've kind of seen a lot of that already. Lining. Heavy. This is really heavy horsehide on this jacket. It's just not the lining. The horsehide on this one is substantial. Sport clad. The recent edition. This is just maybe the perfect fit. Now I've got other half belts I don't have out. I just, as soon as I get this one on, I just love, maybe it's the length of it, it's just the way it falls. It's just right there. And it's very, very wearable. I don't know if I had this one out in the rain a whole lot, snow and getting a lot of moisture on it. I've not done anything to it, and at this point I don't see that it needs anything. It's got it's got finish wear, but it's kind of supposed to have finish wear. In fact, when you talked about finish wear, this newer McCoy has this share of finish wear, and I doubt it's same age as this jacket. This is probably about my age, about 65, 64 years old, probably made in the early 50s, maybe late 40s. Maybe it is a 40s jacket. Gotta watch my step out here. It's got everything. I don't know. It's just my thing. It's what I like, and I don't have these sides adjusted. And when I've kind of gotten those tightened up, or I've had some heavier shirts on underneath, or heavier garments, it just snugs in. And that's, when a jacket doesn't fit, that's certainly not the jacket's fault. It has a, like I said, condition of is really nice. I love the color of it. It's got the light original lining in it. Sport clad horsehide label. Let's try to Cali on. This is just, oh yeah, this has got, this has inner cuffs, and that one's probably loose because it kind of came out on that. This one has inner cuffs. This one probably, I don't know if this one has a size tag in it. I can't remember. So I'll just go by zipping it up. This has got to have been in its day labeled a 44. I would say certainly a 42, and by today's standards, I typically, in a lot of modern jackets, I got to have a 44. I sneak into 42s. This one's probably around that range. It's certainly close enough for me. And it's black, and it's Californian, and it's horsehide, and it's probably made by Monarch. So it's really, to me, as someone who's a collector of these, this one is a big deal. Actually, I think the sport clad is a big deal too. I don't know that everyone would agree with that. The Californian label certainly gets attention. It has the original lining in it, and it's very nice condition. And I don't know that I've seen another one. Not for sale. Here is, again, I've had all the supports off these hangers, which I don't do. In fact, that's where that one is. This is the new koi. You know, this collar I just almost turn up as soon as I put it on. I just kind of wear jackets like that anyway. So this one is marked as a 42. I don't know. I haven't put the tape on it, the dimensions on it yet. It feels like a 42 with the McCoy stuff, the Japanese stuff. Just finding one that even has a 4 in it is difficult. Ordering them new, I suppose. I'm not really all that sure. I've never tried to order one. This is nice. It's nice. They're all nice. It certainly has a vintage feel. As vintage a feel as most newer jackets. This has got a pretty delicate finish on it. I would say much more delicate than those ones I just had up here. They're all probably at least 60 years old, 60, 70 years old, and been worn. And they don't have this kind of wear at all, which is not an issue for me. It's just the way they're made. And that's cool. I don't disagree with it. Wanted to get them out and show it. This one I don't know. It's not going anywhere, but as far as breaking it down and breaking it in, I guess over time it's going to be a hard one not to put on. It's not real. It has a real nice solid lining and a lot of things going for it, obviously. And so that's some of the new half belts. I wanted to show them with this new McCoy. The thing is, I actually have a brown jacket, horsehide jacket from this era, this lining, and with the bi-swing belted back. And I didn't bring it out here, and it's probably, of all these, the closest in construction to this jacket. And I didn't bring it out here, so that was kind of, that was my fault. I didn't want to dig it out. Check that. Oh, that collar's just to die for, isn't it?